So this is episode 3 of A Hair Life. We have, what could I call you? You have so many names from all the press releases and publications I've read, right? We're live today with Porscha Weeks, aka the Frontal Queen.
Yes.
AKA
Stylist Porscha.
Stylist by Porscha.
Yes.
Am I missing anything?
Mother.
AKA Mother.
Mother
Okay.
with a V.
With a V.
A V.
Mother with a V.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Any other names? What your mother call you?
My mother calls me her son.
Okay. That's different. That's different.
She says I'm her son. Like I
Okay.
she said I act like a son. So she calls me her son.
What did your mother call you when you were little? Her son too?
Porscha.
Okay.
Porscha.
So when did you become a son?
Like when I was like a teenager.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you a tomboy?
I was. What the heck? How did you know that?
I mean, your mother called you her son.
Oh yeah. Well,
So
yeah.
yeah. Okay, so I'm not sure, but let's talk about it, right?
Okay.
So before we jump into this stuff, let's just get the backstory.
Okay.
Right? So your mom calls you her son.
Yes.
Right? You were a tomboy.
Yes.
So help me understand, because I read, right?
Oh, yes.
You know, I did my
You did
stuff.
the history,
Yes,
yeah.
I do everything. You wanted to do hair. You started as a braider in the 5th grade.
Yeah.
So in the 5th grade, you're 10, right? So at 10, I'm guessing you're still Porscha.
Yeah, I'm still Porscha.
All right. So when do you evolve to your mother's son? How does that teenage years? When does that happen?
She started calling me her son when I was like probably 18, 19.
Okay.
But she started calling me more her son like in my later 20s.
Okay.
I'm her only child that is affectionate
Okay.
and caters to her and listens to her and show her love all the time.
Wow. So
Yeah.
I just got it all mixed up. I'm thinking you're ready to tell me you ain't your shirts backwards. You got all the Jordans. This is Philly. I'm thinking.
No, that's why she calls me her son.
Okay.
This is a different type of.
Because you're very protective.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yes, I am.
I
And I do know her more than all my sisters and brothers because, I mean, all my sisters and brothers, we all are 4 years apart.
Okay.
4 years apart. But, like, I'm her one that, listens to her bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, coddle her, just show her a certain substantial, I'll just show her a lot of love. And so she just said, she's call me her son. I take care of her, I give her money, I spoil her,
Look at that.
so you always call me her son.
Now, before we get started, because I got another question.
Okay.
Right. And I normally don't date the podcast.
Okay.
Right. But I seen a picture on Instagram.
Okay.
Right. And for those of you who listen, I am a real man.
Okay.
Right. I am a man.
Yes.
This is not me acting.
It's
right?
okay. Yeah.
I seen a picture on Instagram of Tiana Taylor. Not sure when you did the hair or not, right?
Yes.
But I seen it today. She's wearing this like the Versace thing, but as a man, right? Catfish is real.
Yes, catfish is
So I'm reading it and it says, it's a wig, but she has dreads in.
right.
So like, how that happen?
I create illusions. Before lace ever came out, I've always did illusion hair with tracks and stuff, just making stuff up. A person can come to me with like this much of hair, like this much, like the first line, and I can give them a ponytail. Or like they didn't have no edges. Like before lace ever came out, I would give people edges with tracks, and then I would thin it out, and then I would curve it, and people like, how did you do that? And then 2 times I'm always my dummy. Okay, I'm my dummy. So when I have a new hairstyle or to try, I'll try it on me first. So I went bald like when I was 14, and I was 13. I put this color in my hair, and then I put a perm in. But I was told that you put the relaxer in 6 weeks later after the color. So I listened, but it still took my hair out. So I had no hair. My dad was just running me around the city trying to find a hairstyle to fix my hair and how it was gonna grow back and stuff like that. It took all my edges off. It just wiped me out clean. So I said, I cannot walk around like this. Like, I can't do this. And at the time, I wore cornrows all the time because I played basketball and I ran track and stuff like that. So I'm like, I don't have no edges with my cornrows. Like, what I'm gonna do? So I put the weave in and I made me a little edges with the tracks. Don't ask me how I did it because I don't even know. I just maneuvered the V. And then I had edges. And when the time speeded up, when I would take my hair out, sometimes I would hide. And so after that, my hair grew back, right? It grew back. And then it happened again. So this is when the laces came out.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Because I got all these notes.
Okay.
I'm trying to keep us focused.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
So let's talk about a few things.
Okay.
'Cause you said a lot.
Okay.
Right? So let's just go back.
All right.
So you're 14, you said, right?
Yep.
You're 13.
Yep.
The first time you experienced your hair falling out due to you dealing with some chemicals or processing stuff?
Yes.
So how did it affect you emotionally? Because you said you were hiding yourself, right? Was it like, did it affect like you dating guys? Were you just having self-awareness issues? Like, let's talk about some of that stuff first.
I was pretty much secure. Like, I've never been insecure or never. Yeah, like I walk outside boy headed. I really don't care. And I take my wigs off in public. I don't know. I'm just so transparent. I really don't care.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Can you fight?
Can I fight?
Yeah.
I can fight.
That's why you ain't care.
I can fight. But mind you, I don't like confrontation. I don't like confrontation. I really don't like conflict. Like, if you know anything about Libras a little bit, we don't like conflict. We stay away from conflict. You Libra too? But yeah, we don't like conflict. We don't like problems like that. So we can try to avoid it. We try to avoid it. But if you face us with one that's like right in front of us, we're not no nut. You understand? Like, we don't run from it, but we will try to avoid it if we can. But we don't like conflict. We don't like it.
So 14, your hair falls out.
Yes.
Surprisingly, through the grace of God, right? Your hair grows back. What did you use any products in particular to make your hair grow back, or you just grew back over time?
It just grew back.
Process.
It just grew back over time. I always mixed up stuff in the kitchen, my mom's kitchen when I was a kid, like vinegar, cinnamon, molasses, eggs, mayonnaise, just stuff that I knew that it will like penetrate. Certain things that I just knew off the top of my dome. Sometimes I looked up and I just put on my hair grew back. All my edges grew back, everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how did you lose it the second time? Because I was just thinking, right, because I don't have a lot of hair.
Okay.
And I'm thinning and it's driving me crazy.
All right. I got three hair loss stories, okay? Second one is real quick, real fast. When I was in high school, no one knows this, a lot of y'all don't know this, but I had a girlfriend, okay? Like a girlfriend. And we got in this fight. We got in this crazy fight.
Your girlfriend that's like
girlfriend, like my partner, like my lover. Like
your lover.
Yes.
I'm wondering for those who are listening. I can see your face. I caught on you through your elbow there.
Yes.
Cool. Right.
And we got in a...
What's the good? Rich, huh? Got it.
Yeah, and we got in this crazy fight, and like, I don't know, I told my mom a story, and she was like, okay, my mom was a person, like, you tell her stuff, she's like, okay, we'll go knock on the door, go over there, like, or call her, or approach her. So I went over there, we started fighting, and she grabbed all my individuals, like, wrapped it in her hand, like, snatched it out. We was fighting, and she just snatched all my edges out. My edges.
But you wanted to fight.
I know,
because you said earlier that you could fight.
Oh yeah, I wanted to fight. Oh yes, I did. Yeah.
Poor girl.
Well, all my braids came out, you know. But long story short, they grew back. Okay. The last time my edges fell out was 5 years ago when I began to do laces, and I was trying with myself first.
So
right?
what's a
lace? Lace is what you see, what you asked about Tiana Teller, like how did I get it like this?
So like a lace front.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's when we first was trying them out, and my girlfriend was like, yeah, girl, we should try these out. I'm like, well, what is that?
Your girlfriend this time is like your homegirl?
Homegirl.
Okay, got it.
Homegirl.
Making sure we on the same
yes,
page.
yes, my homegirl. And I'm like, what is that? She said, it's like a big closure. I said, okay, so you just bleach like the knots like you do a closure. And she said, yeah. And I said, all right, so we put it on our heads, and we thought it was real cute, okay? And I told her, I said, make it tight. But at the time, I did not know that glue.
Let me guess, you were allergic to glue?
I'm allergic to the glue.
Oh, wow.
You heard this.
That is crazy. No. I'm sitting here and I'm psychic. Oh my God.
No, I was mad allergic. Like, I didn't even know though. It didn't show up until 3 days later that I was allergic. and I put it in. And I kept telling her when she was sewing like the frontal down.
Yeah.
I said, pull it tight. Then my eyes started to go back. I'm like, yeah, girl, make it tight. You know, some girls like a little facelift. I like a little facelift, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
And listen, 4 or 5 days later, something wasn't right. I just kept itching and itching. I kept going like this, itching. And then like I started to see like my frontal kept going big. And then I was like, where's my hair at? Like it kept going back, but my hair wasn't showing no more. I'm like, what the fuck?
Wait, do it one more time.
Yo, I was freaking out. And we was in the shop when it happened. I went in the bathroom and my homie came to me and she was like, Porscha. And I had it off and we was looking in the mirror. She's like, what you gonna do? And I was like, I don't know. And I said, fuck that. I said, I'm gonna wear this lace. I'm not wearing my lace to grow my hair back. I'm going to continue to wear this because I wasn't used to not having no edges.
So I have a question.
I don't have no edges.
Still?
Fuck no.
So when you lose them? I forgot to put sis,
like
right?
3 and a half, like 4 years ago, I lost them, and I can take it off. Like I can take my frontal off and have it grow back like all the other times, but I don't want to do that. I just don't want to do it.
So you keep it cut.
I keep it cut.
Look at that.
But hold up though. Every 5 years, I do a clean swipe on my head. I shave it for every 5 years. It's like a spiritual thing for me. Like I just do a whole type of cleansing. I do like a couple days cleansing, food and stuff like that. And this is the longest that I.
Hold on, wait, because we really start the interview now. You ready?
Oh, what? I thought we was doing this.
No, we were just kicking it.
Oh, come
you ready?
on.
All right, because I got these questions and now you.
Let's go.
All right.
You playing.
So let's talk about 5th grade year.
5th grade me.
So my question to you is, you started in the 5th grade as a braider, right? Before all the hair loss started.
Yeah.
So did you? And then you mentioned that like you're in your mother's kitchen, you peanut butter, eggs, mayonnaise, like at 10 I was playing with wrestling toys, right? So you're not cooking this; you just put this in your head. Like, how did you see someone in your family, or like, what was the drive behind? So let me go in the kitchen and play with stuff.
My mom.
And start braiding hair. Okay.
My mom did hair. My late grandma did hair as
Look
well.
at that.
Yeah.
Told you I'm psychic. That's crazy.
Yeah, and it was like my grandma was popping.
Popping like she had around the corner popping.
Like everyone said her chair.
What was your grandma's name?
Eula.
Eula.
Yeah, that when she was like 42, 43. She got killed.
Oh wow, in Philly?
Yeah, she got shot down.
Sorry to hear that.
Mm-hmm. But she was really, really good. Like really, 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 really good doing hair, and everybody liked her. Yep.
So your mom was a stylist too?
She
Or
wasn't.
She just did on the side?
She did on the side.
Oh, okay.
Like she did our hair, my cousin's hair.
In the house?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So you safe to say that you saw your mom do her hair in the house? You
yeah.
started stealing flat irons
I just loved it.
and straightening combs?
Yes, I just loved it. Like even when she went to the hair salon, I liked the way it smelled. I liked the way the girls dressed, they decent, you know. And I just loved the atmosphere. I just loved it.
So you're originally from Philly, right?
I'm originally from Philly.
Okay. Originally from Philly, born and raised, right?
Born and raised.
Just want to make sure.
Yes.
All right, cool. So we can add like a scene to what we're talking about, right? So you go from being a braider at 10, right, to like, let's talk about not how you got here per se, but what was next as your growth as a stylist. So you're a braider at 10. Did you go to hair school? Did you do like a trade in high school? Or how did that go for you?
When I turned 14, I had my own chair in a hair salon.
That's legal?
No, it's not legal,
Okay.
but it's making my buck.
I understand.
Yes. Yes. At first, when I was from 10 to 13, I was doing hair in the step. I wasn't allowed to bring guys in the house.
Time out.
Oh, okay.
Let's rewind.
Okay.
You see, I'm from Baltimore.
Okay.
And a lot of places don't sit outside and do hair and stuff.
Oh, yeah,
and
we sit
believe it
outside
or
on the
not,
step.
I had chronos on point in time. So I got my hair braided in the step a few times.
Okay.
But people listening might not know about getting their hair done in the step.
Yeah.
Walk me through it. So like I'm knocking your door like, yo, is Porscha home? You braid me up, but how does it work?
I don't even know. I can't remember because I wasn't allowed to get my phone number out. I really don't know how that happened.
I told for
didn't have a
girls,
cell
I don't just
phone.
mean guys.
For girls, they called a house phone.
Okay.
At the time it was a house phone. They called the house phone. They make the appointments. I would do their hair in my mom's kitchen for a long time, and I would do the guys' hair on the step. And I would get my money, and my mom made sure I got my money because I was only 11, 12 years old.
So how did your mom make sure you got the money?
When it was time to get my money,
She was
she was would always like, you know, talk to me, little pep talk, you know, make sure you get your money, make sure you count it in front of them, stuff like that. So I was very like straight up when it's time to get my money. Like, you know, how much is it? Like, you know, $20, $25, $30. You know?
Cause that was my next question. Like,
yeah.
How much would you charge?
At the time, it was only like $30, $40 for some cornrows.
That's a lot of money for cornrows.
Yeah.
They were straight back to 35.
Yeah, that was some nice straight bags. There was some nice straight bags.
I believe it.
Yeah, and then high school, I started working there, but I was still shampooing, like being an assistant. And then my mom said, what do you want to do? Do you want to go to college? Do you want to go to hair school? And I said, well, I want to go to hair school. I said, if hair school had, if college had hair school, I would go to college, but college had nothing for me. To me, I didn't feel like, no one forced it on me. No one told me about, oh, you should take a business class or like communications, you know what I'm saying? No one enforced that on me. So all I knew was hair, and that's what I did. I went to Berean Institute when I turned 17. I was 17 going into 18. Yep. That summer when I graduated high school, I knew exactly where I wanted to go. And I wound up graduating there in 2006. And then I started working at Fred's Head's Hair Salon when I was 18, 19. And I've been to like 10 different hair salons.
So I have a question. And I know I'm not supposed to ask a woman her age.
You wouldn't ask me.
So you went to hair school at 17. How old are you now?
I'm 31.
31. So it's safe to say you've been doing hair, quick math, maybe at least 14 years professionally?
I've been doing...
you in the shop at 14, so where did you get start?
Yeah, I would say about like 17 years.
Okay.
Like 17 years.
In your 17 years, right, of being a professional, right? A lot of times people ask, like, what was your biggest challenges, right? But I don't want to ask you that yet.
Okay.
I want to start the opposite way,
Okay.
right? So how do you handle the pressure of success, right? Because a lot of people don't know, like, it's one thing to get to the top. How do you personally deal with being either the persona or brand, right, that you've created all the time? Or how do you handle, like, nowhere you go tomorrow when you leave outside, there might be a person in the mall like, oh my God, I love your work, in another city, right? How do you handle the power and the challenges of having the success you've had thus far?
Okay, first and foremost, I'm going to say God. That is first and foremost. He keeps me grounded. He keeps me strengthened. He keeps me together. He lets me know the difference between real and fake.
Wait, elaborate on that. So you giving jewels, you gotta...
between
fake love,
real and fake. No, as far as like knowing how to, when you're in the limelight, when you're doing social media, doing certain things, you gotta be a certain way. But at a certain point, I start to feel like my energy is beginning to be drained, and that's because people are draining my energy, not in a negative sense, but sometimes they may be positive and maybe negative, but. At the end of the day, you need self. You need yourself. You need to look to yourself, talk to yourself, pray by yourself, pray with yourself. And so I knew how to separate the real from the fake. Social media, it's a blessing and a curse. A lot of it is fake. About 85% out of 100, social media is very fake.
It's funny that you mentioned that, right? Because I've interviewed a few other hairstylists, and they feel, you don't have to answer if you don't want to.
I'll answer everything.
Some people feel like not just the love from the fans or like clients of it, it's the fakeness from the other people in the industry. When again, everyone's in their own territory, everyone has their own following, everyone has their own clients. It's more than enough people to go around. But they feel like the fake love from the people in the industry is where a lot of the fake love comes from.
Okay.
So then, what are your thoughts?
Say it one more time.
No problem.
Yeah.
Because you had some juice say.
Yeah.
I'll say it again.
No, I was distracted from this.
So, the fakeness, where do you notice a lot of the fakeness comes from? Is it from industry counterparts, right? Not necessarily in Philly, but just in the industry as a whole? Or is it just, where do you think it's coming from?
I think
or is it just the Instagram just as a whole?
I think fakeness comes from certain people you know, you are who you be around a lot of times. Individually, I think, you know, some people is fake. They have a mask on, you know, for whatever reason. You know, maybe they may be brought up that way, you know. Their parents may not be transparent, so they don't know how to be transparent. And then you got this world that it's like a new world has been created within the past, like, I'm gonna say 12 years. This last 12 years is like a new world has been created. Social media is like the all-time high. You know, people do fake stuff to get likes and, you know, do the videos and stuff like that to get people to know who they are. And so a lot of times for them, fake is the real. That's real for them. And I cannot ever be fake. I just love myself so much. Like, I can never see, like, even when we were doing green screen at one time, Porscha, you gotta talk like this, you gotta do like this. I'm like, this is taking away from my fun. Like, how is anybody gonna know my personality if you're dictating to me on green screen how to be? And I told myself after that happened, it's so funny that the TV show flopped, and I'm glad that it did, because my fake persona would have been out to the world, and they would have thought that I was somebody else. And then after it flopped, I'm glad it did. I swear it was God. I knew after that, I said, I will never let anybody dictate to me on green screen ever again. So if you want me on green screen, I'm going to be me. And that's that. You're going to take it or leave it. Like, you know. And it's more harder being fake than real. You know what I mean? Like, fake than real with the makeup and stuff. Like, sometimes I don't even like wearing makeup. Like, even when I'm doing stuff like this, I mean, people like, Porscha, you gotta wear the makeup because they're going to be. I'm like, I don't need makeup. Just give me a nice brow and some lashes. I'm cool. Seriously.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really fake out here. It's the spirit of discernment teaches me. Like, it just, I can just feel when something is not real. Even when a person approaches me, or I can feel their energy, or sometimes I even know what's going on with them. You know what I mean? And then sometimes I might even not know the person, but I might even ask them sometimes. I'm like, what's your name? And tell me your name. Like, what's your last name? Okay. Like, okay, cool. You know, little do they know that I'm gonna go home and pray for them. It's always something to pray for. And if I feel like they need to be prayed on or prayed for, I'm going to pray for them, because prayer is powerful. And it works. So yeah, that's what I do.
Perfect. So I did have one more question for you. Well, I got several questions.
That's fine.
But so we talked about how do you deal with the success, right? You said God, and then you said the energy, you can feel the fitness and the realness, right? So in your 17 years, right, and I'm hoping for an answer that you haven't said before, right? Because I'm pretty sure you get this question a lot. What would you say was your biggest obstacle, right? And it doesn't have to be a failure. Because I'm going to tell you why. I'm following up on this.
Oh my gosh.
Because I read something.
Jesus.
And you said, I started being successful when I got my own way. Right? So was that your biggest obstacle?
When I got in my own way?
Yeah. So how were you, because I say that all the time, right? People be in their own way. So how were you in your own way?
Okay. I was in my own way because I chose to do what Porscha wanted to do. I'm spontaneous. I have no fear. I do what I want to do. I don't like it told to do. I don't like authority. And so I didn't believe in rules. I felt like rules is just like, why can't people do what they want to do? You know? And so when you're fearless, they can go left or right. You know? Because you do anything. No one can. I didn't listen to nobody. I was in the streets a lot. I sold drugs. I did little strange things for change.
Time out. Let's talk about it, right? You was out there selling drugs.
Yes.
With a lace front?
No, at the time it wasn't no lace fronts.
So this is
I leave out.
Leave out.
Basic sewing.
Okay, I can see. Now, basic sewing. Leave out. I can see. Lace front, you just stood out. So,
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
cool. I just wanted to just clarify.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I was just running with the big dogs, like just running with people that had no direction. And the whole time I knew that I wasn't supposed to be doing the things that I was doing, but I was still doing it. And every time I was trying, like I'll buy like a hoopty or buy like a hole in the wall to live in. And I'm like, this cannot be like this. Like, why? Like, what's wrong with me? Like, at a certain point, I began to be tired of myself. And at the time, I didn't know that I was blocking my blessings. I always knew the Lord. I always know that He always provide. But I just wasn't putting Him first. I wasn't putting Him first. A lot of people, they say, oh, I put God first. Even when people is, I'm going to say, quote unquote, not living a bad life. They may be living a copacetic life, you know, or maybe a neutral life. Even people that, living my best life. Even that, though, like, a lot of people miss the fact that they don't put God first. Yeah. It wasn't until this year, okay, now, my life been changed for about 3 years now, since I gave my life back to the Lord. But this year was the year that I knew that putting God first was not what I was doing. Like, people may even have husbands or wives, and they have their family, and they may pray every day, and they may be in tune. But when you're making a decision, or when you may be feeling a certain way, a lot of times you don't take it to God. Sometimes you be in your own head and you do what you feel is right. But this year was the first year that everything I did, I'm talking about building relationships with people, doing business, making decisions, I started going to God more, and things started to be more clearer to me, and I started to be okay. I didn't have like weird relationships with people, and then every 2 months, I do this every couple weeks, every 4 to 8 weeks, I say, God, please remove anybody that is not supposed to be in my life. Even, I may even like the person, I may love the person to death, I may took a liking to the person, I may be very fond of this person, but I don't even care no more. It may hurt when he stripped them away or stripped whatever it is away, but I knew that once I did that every 4 to 8 weeks, it be happening. And they be going left and right. And then there was a certain point that I felt alone. And I'm like, damn, like this is lonely. Like, living a straight path, this is lonely. And a lot of times the devil will trick your mind, the adversary will trick your mind.